This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will have those stories in just a few minutes. First, we are keeping an eye on some winter weather moving into the viewing area.
That's right. Snow, rain, maybe some freezing rain, all possibilities as we move into tomorrow. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, who has the very latest, our first warn forecast.
Eric, we're watching the time period from mid to late morning tomorrow through tomorrow evening. There are winter weather advisories north and west of Dane County for that time period for the potential for some snow, which will probably be in the 1 to 4 inch range. Lighter amounts down toward the Illinois state line, heavier amounts perhaps up toward the Dells, and perhaps some freezing rain as well. Could be some very minor ice accumulations, but if it occurs before the snow, that could lead to some pretty slick road conditions. We have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow and tomorrow evening for that snow and mixed precipitation. High temperatures today, we're up around 40 degrees. Madison 39, but Lone Rock hit 40, Prairie du Chien 41, and Boscobel 43. And current temperatures are still at or above freezing. Madison right around 32, Janesville's at 36. Temperatures are still in the middle 30s out to the west. Visibility starting to drop a little bit down to 6 miles in Wautoma, 8 miles in Madison. Starting to see a little bit of light patchy fog. That'll be the case for tomorrow. We'll see a mix of precipitation though by noon and some snow by late tomorrow afternoon with accumulating snow at that point. High temperature tomorrow at 34 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some colder weather as we head toward the start of next week.
Okay, Gary, thank you. And a reminder for all your weather information on the go, download our Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app. Local forecast, interactive radar, traffic information, all included for free. A developing story tonight. The Monroe Fire Department still on the scene of a house fire in Monroe. These pictures were sent to us by a viewer. The Monroe Police Department received the first call about 7:45 tonight near the intersection of 16th Avenue and 8th Street. So far, we have not heard any reports of injuries.
Next to 10, big news from Johnson & Johnson about its experimental coronavirus vaccine. The company says early-stage trials show it creates an immune response in nearly all volunteers with minimal side effects after just one dose. The phase 3 trial will determine how well it protects people from coronavirus. More details are expected later this month, and Johnson & Johnson is hoping to apply for authorization from the FDA not long after that. People older than 70, first responders, and teachers are expected to be next in line to get the vaccine here in Wisconsin. That is, if health officials adopt a state committee's recommendations. Also included in the next phase would be child care workers in direct contact with children. Madeline O'Neill tells us why this group says it will benefit everyone.
Well, when deciding which groups should get the vaccine next, that state committee looks into a few things, considering things like which groups are most at risk and which are necessary to keep our society up and running. In many ways, child care workers fit both of those criteria.
Child care workers really are essential workers.
From the beginning of the pandemic, child care workers have needed to show up to work.
They're essential to grocery store workers, to the healthcare professionals, to first responders, to teachers themselves.
It's been a long several months, taking on a necessary risk.
I mean, they've exposed themselves to the virus on multiple occasions.
Social distancing is very challenging. You know, infants and toddlers need to be held and rocked and cuddled.
Jen Bailey is executive director of Reach Dane, which provides early childhood services to underserved children.
And they have to have childcare, you know, to be able to keep a roof over their heads.
She says making sure child care workers are prioritized for the vaccine is essential, and that's likely on the horizon.
This will just bring, I think, so much peace of mind and to be able to keep people safe.
KinderCare, which has 7 Madison area early education facilities, writes in a statement that they're encouraging all teachers and staff to get the vaccine as soon as possible.
This is a group of folks that has gone above and beyond during this time.
After a long, trying time, Jody Bartnick, executive director of 4C, a child care resource and referral agency, says vaccinations offer hope.
That's the important piece, is that they're recognized for the important work that they do.
Bailey says the pandemic reveals how essential their work has been all along.
We've really learned that our economy does not work without childcare workers. So I hope that this might be a wake-up call for us in some ways.
The state still hasn't finalized who will be in that next group, Tier 1B, but the state committee does have their recommendations, which includes child care workers, up for public comment. We have a link to that on our website.
All right, Maddie, thank you. Across the state, more than 176,000 doses of the vaccine have been administered. Health officials say more than 607,000 doses have been allocated. Roughly 373,000 have been shipped from the manufacturers. More than 2,200 cases reported since yesterday of COVID-19, and there were also 40 newly reported deaths in the state, as well as 122 new hospitalizations. The COVID-19 variant, first discovered in the UK, has been discovered now in Wisconsin. DHS didn't specify exactly where in the state it was discovered, but mutations are common, and doctors say you probably shouldn't worry too much about this one.
It doesn't necessarily mean that the trajectory has been altered. I think if the vaccine rollout continues, if it gets accelerated even more, so more and more people can be protected against it, and eventually I hope that this will be a variant like many other mutations that this virus has had and won't change anything.
Although it is more contagious, there's no evidence that the variant causes more severe disease or leads to more hospitalizations, and doctors say there's a good chance the COVID-19 vaccine may protect against the mutation as well.
The CDC says just over 10 million people have received their first shot, and about 29.3 million doses of the vaccine have been distributed so far. To help with increased vaccination efforts, pharmacy giant CVS expects to be able to give 1 million COVID-19 vaccine shots a day. Today, CVS Executive Vice President said once the federal vaccine program opens, pharmacies will be able to widely administer them. New tonight, a state board has suspended the license of a Milwaukee area pharmacist accused of ruining more than 500 doses of the vaccine. Stephen Brandenburg was working at Aurora Health in Grafton when he was arrested last month. The board's order says he agreed to the suspension in order to focus on possible charges against him. He has not yet been criminally charged.
A number of Republicans joined Democrats this afternoon to impeach President Trump for a historic second time. The House voted to impeach him on a single charge of incitement of insurrection for last week's deadly rampage at the U.S. Capitol. It's the first time a president's been impeached twice. While 10 Republicans broke with President Trump voting to impeach, most stood by him.
He specifically told the crowd to protest peacefully and patriotically, and the vast majority of them did.
Instead of stopping the Trump train, his movement will grow stronger, for you will have made him a martyr.
Without mentioning the impeachment, President Trump condemned the Capitol riot in a new White House video, but did not take responsibility for it.
No true supporter of mine could ever threaten or harass their fellow Americans. If you do any of these things, you are not supporting our movement, you're attacking it.
Now, the next step in the Senate is unclear on timetable. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he will not use emergency powers to bring the Senate back from recess before next Tuesday. To convict 17 Senate Republicans and all Democrats would need to vote against President Trump.
For Wisconsin representatives in the House, it was a straight partisan vote. All Democrats voted to impeach, while all Republicans voted against the measure. We caught up with Madison Representative Mark Pocan shortly after the vote.
For the last 3 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks, you can't give the president bananas and then all of a sudden say you have a banana republic in the final 2 weeks, right? You needed to have a little more self-awareness. So, you know, at least I think this is the right move today. In a week, we will have a different president. I hope that will calm things down and get.
Republican Representative Brian Stile from Janesville released a statement saying despite all other challenges facing our country like vaccine allocation and distribution, we are spending time on a divisive impeachment 1 week before the inauguration of the next president.
President Trump is now the only president in American history to be impeached twice, as we said, but with only a week left in his presidency, what exactly does that mean? If convicted in the Senate, he would be barred from running for president ever again. UW-Madison political science professor Barry Burden explains why it's also largely symbolic.
It's a statement. It doesn't have an immediate impact on Trump other than the embarrassment factor. But it's really a statement by the Democrats and a small number of Republicans that they find what Trump has done, not just in the last week, but really over the months leading up to the election, as being unacceptable and dangerous.
Professor Burton says lawmakers who voted to impeach Trump are also hoping it deters future candidates from acting in the same way. But with the Senate on recess, a trial at least a week away, although he says it may take much longer than that. Security getting beefed up around the Capitol for Inauguration Day, a week from today now. More than 20,000 National Guard troops are expected to be in Washington by then, more than 3 times the number of active duty U.S. troops in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria combined.
500 of those troops will belong to the Wisconsin National Guard. Governor Evers says the soldiers will mobilize to federal duty next week. They will support civil authorities in the Washington, D.C. area ahead of President-elect Biden's inauguration. The FBI is offering $50,000 for information that can help the person responsible for leaving a pipe bomb in downtown Washington, D.C.
This happened during last Wednesday's attack on the U.S. Capitol in partnership with Madison Magazine. Adam Duxter now explains how a Madison native helped possibly save lives with her quick thinking.
During last week's Capitol riots in Washington, D.C., one moment seemingly went under the radar. Blocks away in hours before the destruction on Capitol Hill, a routine laundry trip for Carlin Younger became a moment she'll never forget.
When I went downstairs to put the first load into the dryer, that's when something caught my eye. And I'm a big recycler, so it really caught my eye because I thought someone had just missed the recycling can and it looked kind of metalish and I was going to put it back in.
Younger is a Madison native raised in the Bay Creek neighborhood, an alum of both Madison West and UW. A few years back, she moved to Washington, D.C. to work for the Department of Commerce. And all of that seemingly rushed before her eyes when she realized what she was face to face with.
And the first thing I saw was wires, and the next thing was 6 inches of pipe capped on both ends. And then I had to lean closer, and that's when I see this dial, and it has a hand on 20. And then I see the number, and I lean closer, and I lean to listen. I'm like, is that 20 seconds? Is it ticking? It was actually a scene from Terminator that came to mind where one character tells another not to disturb the pipe, and I'm like, okay, so I can't move it, and what if somebody else finds it? And that's when the adrenaline hit.
Younger immediately grabbed a guard stationed outside the nearby RNC, and before she knew it, the alley, the surrounding area, and her apartment were all on lockdown.
And the police response after that was pretty immediate. I mean, I was barely in my apartment a few minutes before I started to see the K-9 unit sniffing around.
She eventually opted to spend the night with a friend just a few blocks away. And tonight, despite it all, she says she's just glad her neighbors and her neighborhood are okay.
This is a neighborhood, right? There are all generations that live here, and this bomb was placed in a way that really could have hurt people. I mean, the thing I keep coming back to is just how lucky I was. Nobody else, like a child who plays in the alley, found it, or a sanitation worker who was just doing their job and it went off at the wrong time. I'm just so grateful that nobody got hurt.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Younger says during the entire incident, her Midwestern roots led her to focus on the well-being of others, and says when she looks back on the day, she will remember how her neighbors cared for one another.
Still to come tonight, an update on tomorrow's wintry weather. But first, a former U.S. Olympian is now among those charged for entering the U.S. Capitol last week. That story is coming up next on News 3 Now at 10.
The modern farmhouse look is here to stay, and we have it for less at Slumberland Furniture. Start out with neutrals. Use a beige or light gray sofa as your base to build on. Next, mix and match metals and wood. Try adding contrast by using light with dark. Finally, add home-style pillows and unique farmhouse accessories. Play around and have fun. Get your current look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
Dear Winter, it's been fun getting to know you. Sleet, blizzards, ice. I love that you don't hold back. We didn't take it personally when you tried to bury us under 6 feet of snow. It's cool. You do your thing, and we'll do ours. Stay chill. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can get $500 customer cash on a new 2021 Toyota 4Runner. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements? Yep, all season long.
And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope, no plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope, keep your phones.
Did you say free phone?
Yep, the latest phone's free
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest phones free, available all season long with no hidden requirements. US Cellular, upgrade to fair.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
That makes saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
The race to vaccinate is on. But like so many other states, Wisconsin's lagging behind. What's the holdup? News 3 Now breaks down the local vaccination chain and why you may have to wait a bit longer to roll up your sleeve. Thursday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder has been charged with 2 counts of willful neglect of duty in the Flint water crisis. The indictment filed by the Attorney General's office is groundbreaking. According to the state archivist, no governor or former governor in Michigan's 184-year history had been charged with crimes related to their time in that office. A former U.S. Olympic swimmer is among the suspects in last week's insurrection at the Capitol. Former Olympian Cleet Keller was charged in federal court today. His charges include obstruction of law enforcement engaged in official duties and violent entry into Capitol grounds. Keller was recorded on video wearing a jacket with the U.S. Olympic logo during the riots. He competed in 3 Olympics and won 5 medals.
Google is banning all political advertising until at least January 21st. That's the day after the inauguration. Now, that ban, which the tech giant announced just today, covers multiple platforms. It includes YouTube, and it comes after Google said it formally designated the Capitol riots, the impeachment process, and the inauguration as, quote, a sensitive event. Homeowners across the country are racing now to refinance, taking advantage of these record low rates. Mortgage refinance applications surged 20% for the first week of the year compared to the previous week. That's according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. New adjusted index, which also said refinance applications are up 93% from a year ago.
New tonight, the Screen Actors Guild is postponing the 2021 SAG Awards to avoid a conflict with the Grammys. Today, the Guild said its award show will be broadcast on Sunday, April 4th. The show had originally been scheduled to air on March 14th, but because of the pandemic, the Grammys postponed its award show to that same day. SAG Award nominations are scheduled to be announced on February 4th. Also new tonight, Quick Trip is being honored with a Glassdoor Employees Choice Award. That award is given based on anonymous employee feedback. The La Crosse-based company ranked 79th best place to work on the national list of best places to work. We have the complete list of Glassdoor's best places to work winners on our website, channel3000.com.
Dollar General offering its workers an incentive to get a coronavirus vaccine. A little bonus. The chain says it'll give workers a one-time payment equal to 4 hours of pay. As of October, the company had 157,000 workers. The company called getting a vaccine a personal decision and said it will not require it. Let's go to Gary now with our first warn forecast.
Well, we do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow and tomorrow evening for occasional snow that'll accumulate 1 to 4 inches. The 1-inch amount's probably down toward the Illinois state line, 3 or 4 inches up toward the Dells. And there could also be a little bit of light rain or light freezing rain mixed in as well. Winter weather advisories continue for areas north and west of Dane County from tomorrow morning through late tomorrow evening, and also for parts of northern Minnesota. In between, a winter storm watch remains in effect from northwestern Wisconsin through the Twin Cities metro area and into parts of western and southern Minnesota and northwestern Iowa, where blizzard conditions are a possibility by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Snowfall amounts across our area, again, probably in the 1 to 4 inch range. The most likely area for heavier amounts would be up toward the Dells or north and west of there. There could be some heavier amounts up toward the Twin Cities, but the farther west you go, it's not so much the amount of snow, it's the strong winds that could cause blizzard conditions with 40 or 50 mile-an-hour winds blowing that several-inch snow cover around. Also, freezing rain a possibility possibility. The latest computer model forecast more concentrating on far southwestern Wisconsin and keeping it away from the Madison area. But if there is a little bit of light freezing rain before the snow, that could lead to slippery road conditions. On future track, look for cloudy skies, some patchy fog overnight. Precipitation won't reach us until sometime tomorrow morning. This is 7 a.m. just west of the Mississippi River, but you can see by noon and then into tomorrow evening the snow coming in. Again, this is the very latest computer model forecast, and it's actually a little bit slower than the previous one, so the bulk of the heavier snow could be in the afternoon and early evening as the center of circulation moves through southwestern Wisconsin, and then everything kind of lifts to the north and east. We're kind of near the eye of the storm as it kind of reforms back to the south and west, and then eventually some of those snow showers and flurries will head in our direction, but the strongest wind should stay well out to the west of us, which is good news, at least from a blowing and drifting standpoint. But as we take a look at the radar right now, you can see some light rain through parts of South Dakota and North Dakota. Temperatures are very mild out there. By the time it reaches us, it'll be colder, and we'll see more likely snow or a mix of precipitation here. Snow depth right now starting to diminish because of today's mild weather. We had high temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s. You can see Madison 39 for a high, La Crosse at 40, but notice out to the west, temperatures well into the 40s over Iowa and Minnesota. That's starting to result in some patchy fog. Notice in northeastern Wisconsin, those visibilities dropping off pretty quickly. Winter weather advisories north and west of Dane County from late tomorrow morning into tomorrow evening. Tomorrow, a high of 34. Snow developing, could be mixed with a little freezing rain at times. Look for the skies to remain cloudy tonight, but then you can see the snow coming in from the west tomorrow afternoon. Snowfall amounts probably in the 2 to 4 inch range, and as far as ice accumulations, mainly just over southwestern Wisconsin. 7 to 10 day forecast. Notice some flurries still continuing into the weekend. Temperatures drop off a little bit toward the Martin Luther King holiday, and then as we head toward the end of next week, another shot of cold air could be followed by snow by the following weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you. And just ahead in sports, the Bucks make it 3 for 3 against the Pistons. Tonight's game was almost a mirror image of the first two. Zach Scott Sports next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The Lexus NX with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert, and Amazon Alexa compatibility. Standard. Experience the crossover in its most visionary form.
Lease the 2021 NX300 all-wheel drive for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
To most people, the idea of fighting is unpleasant, but sometimes it's necessary to fight. If you or your family has been injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side to make things right again. Habish, & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Extended through January 15th. Join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Start 2021 with tons of ways to get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential, so kick things off with the year's best deal. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends January 15th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick 'n Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. on food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence.
Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
Aaron Donald is simply not human. Days after tearing rib cartilage, the Rams defensive end said he has no pain. Now, it should be noted that in his 7-year NFL career, Donald's been listed questionable twice, both times he's played. So it's safe to say that he'll be out there Saturday, and the Packers know they need to be ready for number 99 because no matter how many snaps he plays, Donald is a game changer.
Have to be well aware of where he ends up and make sure we communicate well and account for him at all times, because he's a guy that can totally disrupt and have a major impact on a game.
Obviously generational talent in Aaron Donald inside, but a lot of really good players as well on that front in the second and third level too. So just got to go out, trust your instincts, trust what you've seen during the week.
Other news out of Lambeau, Green Bay has placed newly signed offensive tackle Jared Veldheer on the COVID-19 list after he recorded a positive test. Now, Veldheer practiced yesterday, so one thing to watch for is contact tracing. As of now, he's the only Packer placed on the COVID-19 list. The best thing about college basketball, there's always another game. And Friday's contest at Rutgers can't come soon enough for Wisconsin. Their performance against Michigan was one to forget. But Greg Gard didn't burn the tape. He's using last night as a learning experience. The Badgers have 2 days to learn from it, flush it, and then get ready for a Scarlet Knight team that's going to try to do exactly what the Wolverines did.
One of the great things about basketball is you got quick turnarounds. So you can't hang your head for too long. We got to watch the film, get better. If we want to have even a chance to win at Rutgers, we got to come out with some energy and some passion and some fight.
We'll see how we respond. We'll see how we, attack the next 2 days of practice. And there's no better solution than jumping right back on the court.
For the third time this month, the Bucks taking on the Pistons, and this one was like the previous two. Bobby Portis dials one up from deep. He finished with 11. Milwaukee made 19 three-pointers tonight, and 3 of those 19 came from Drew Holiday. He finished with 21 points, 6 boards, and 5 dimes. Giannis had a quiet triple-double. Bucks win again, 110-101.
Mason Plumlee has 3 points.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep. With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic. And right now, get a free Furniture Row gift certificate when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
Menards is here to help you turn your house into your home. Updating your bathroom is a great way to express your style, and it will add value to your home. The Ensemble Shower from Sterling has a 3-piece modular design that will fit right where your old shower once was. These showers offer plenty of storage space with built-in shelves. This 60 by 34 Ensemble shower is $494.97 now during Menards Project Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob. So you're ready to take on the elements with confidence.
Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer. Now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
At iMart Express, we've enhanced our safety and cleaning standards so that you can shop safely and save. Get 2 pairs of glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. Shop safely and save at iMart Express.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
Hi, folks. Thursday, we'll update the snow chances in your first warn forecast, and we're talking to a constitutional law expert about impeachment and whether it means President Trump can be blocked from taking office again. See you Thursday morning.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Gary's back with one final check of the forecast. Yeah, winter weather advisories are in effect from tomorrow morning through tomorrow evening, north and west of Dane County. Very latest computer model forecast right on the numbers. About 2 to 4 inches of snow north and west of Madison, 1 to 2 inches down toward the Illinois state line. Heavier totals up toward the Twin Cities, and maybe a little bit of light freezing rain mixed in as well. All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.